Oh, how excellent it is to trust in you, my rock. You have lifted us out of despair, unto you I cry. Eternal Lord, wonders are amazed. Forever we sing, oh Lord my God. Oh, how excellent it is to trust in you, my rock. You have lifted us out of despair, unto you I cry. Eternal Lord, wonders are amazed. Forever we sing.
Never let me down, never let me down. And so my life is completely surrendered. Never let me down, never let me down. And so my life is completely yours. Never let me down, never let me down. And so my life is completely surrendered. Never let me down, never let me down. And so my life is completely yours. This life can be a theme park with a long line, swipe card with a decline, Amazon with no prime, but my worship is by design. Solid you, oh Lord. No better days I've ever seen. You adopted me, oh Lord. Now thanking you is my routine. I promise you I'll scream this forever. Out of all my days, there's never been one better. Every moment I wake up is another moment I break up. With my flesh, I'm serious. Baby, matter of fact, I'm dead up, dead up.
Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher.
My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name.
My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Him. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Christ. He's a solid rock. In sickness, all of the ground. In sickness, all of the ground. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher. We wanna see you. We wanna see you. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the right time, it's the right place. I'm moving forward, not behind me. But it's not all perfect. A workmanship in His hands. All I know is everything's working for my good. Got my focus right, got the purpose in sight. I'm renewing my mind to the things that He said. 'Cause He's speaking to me that can do anything. Giving grace to endure until the end. Now's the time. It's a new beginning. Cross the line. No more second guessing. Hit rewind. Joy is overflowing. I gotta tell everyone that I fixed on you. I'm not of this world no more. Not of this world no more. No more hesitation. Greater is calling me. My eyes are fixed on you. I'm not of this world no more. 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 Not of this world no
Good morning and happy Thursday, Revealing Truth Ministries family and friends. Welcome to Thursday's Deeper Dive live session. We are in the Stability Studio with the livest live audience in all of Tampa Bay. We welcome you to the virtual building. Let us know that you're in the chat. Shout out the people that are in the chat with you. Go ahead and share this stream with the people that you're connected to in your social media platforms, one that you use. And we're excited about being here because a deeper dive gives us the opportunity to attend to the things that God has said to us. We are determined to be most blessed. Yes, it's a good Thursday. Pastor Brian is here with us this morning. Good morning, Pastor Brian.
Good morning, Pastor Lamar.
And we get to continue just attending to what God shared with us on Sunday from the message titled, I Caught a Glimpse, which is a good one to listen to multiple times. It's a good one to go back on, right? There's a lot there, a lot of nuggets there. And to start us, we're going to pick up where we left off on Tuesday, but this is Thursday's Deeper Dive session. So, Thursday, I always look forward to, taking that deeper dive, right? So here we are. I listened to the message, listened to it again, and was thinking about just the statements on childishness. You tell me what you think about this. Like, I hear childishness is to act like you don't have what you've been given, right? Childishness is acting like you don't have what you've previously been given, or it's acting like you don't know what you've already been told, or acting like you don't see or you didn't see what you've already been shown, right?
That's all childish.
That's childish, right?
All things you look at a child and be like, I hope one day you mature.
Exactly, right?
Like you
I
don't
told
see
you
it.
this.
You know?
You should see this by now
should
because
see
we
this.
talked about this
Yeah.
in all of those situations that we can definitely relate to our like a child or children, but even in our spiritual walk.
Yeah.
We want to eliminate these moments where we're acting or behaving like we don't know already. And one of those points that was made on Sunday, but it relates to many others when we talk about grace, but in the area of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Like, we know we've been forgiven. We've heard it. We read the scriptures. We quote the scriptures, right? But we want to eliminate those moments when we're behaving like we don't have forgiveness. We haven't already been forgiven. I remember you once taught a message and you talked about moving at the speed of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right. And I just see the freedom and the liberty of moving forward, knowing that not with the idea that I can be forgiven any minute I stop and ask for forgiveness, but moving forward, knowing that forgiveness has already been granted. So I'm gone. I'm moving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that depending on how long, you've been around or, have heard or what you've heard in a message on forgiveness, it could have impacted you in multiple different ways. I just know that for a lot of people, they just see it as the moment to confess, to right your wrongs in a way. They see it as a moment to admit, that they've fallen short or missed the mark, and that's it. They kind of leave it there, and then if you've been around longer than that, you kind of see it as, man, this is my make sure I don't end up in hell overnight, right? You know, let me confess my sins before I go to
Right.
sleep, because I don't want to wake up on fire. You
Right,
know,
right, right.
And so, depending on how long you've been around or what you've heard, you know, you could see it as just, you know, a reactionary thing, right? You can see it as something that you do in response to what happened, right? But of course, one of the things in, you know, moving at the speed of forgiveness that we talked about is forgiveness. True, the essence of it is a predetermined decision.
Right.
You know, forgiveness is actually what is something about a mindset that you made ahead of time. It's a state of living. It's especially in the sight of others, right? Forgiveness isn't something that is reactionary, isn't something that's cause and effect, right? For one, you've already been forgiven,
Right.
you know, and so now really our aim should be to experience. And that's where the writer of Hebrews is saying, like, now that you know what it is, what are you doing with what you know?
Exactly.
You know, are you walking in it, right? And please don't let nobody take you back to a childish state. We didn't read it on Sunday, but it goes further down Hebrews to say, like, please don't put Jesus back up on the cross.
Right.
Like,
And that's the picture you talked about. You know, Moses had the burning bush.
Yeah.
We have Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, it's so interesting how it happens, because these are things that we know,
Yeah.
but in moments it's like we forget. And Jesus is the picture that I'm looking at for. That's how I know
Right.
I've been forgiven.
So because it's also childish to only want to live your life in a comfortable state, right?
That's good.
And so I can say that sometimes, you know, the reason why it's like you go back there because it's comfortable, it's familiar, I understand it,
Right.
right?
That's
And
good.
so it's
Right.
like, man, that's how some people, although they know better, they know better, but they choose to live comfortable. And so, but in living comfortable, you actually give up your freedom, right? And so, you know, I would say, you know, of course, I'm always just thinking of little examples, right? But it's like, you know, at the end of the day, we all know it's more comfortable to ride a bike with training wheels on it.
Yeah. Right.
It'll stop you from falling.
Yeah.
And so if you just really just, you know, you don't often see a lot of adults with training wheels.
Right.